Welcome to Got Mead Live, where we are live from Washington until the end of December. No TARDIS in Florida because Manny can't make it this week. Down under with Manny and AJ and the Bunny Pen in Ottawa, Canada. So here we are with Got Mead Live. Welcome to the show, and let's get things rolling. Our guest tonight, and in case you're wondering, no intro music because once again, the player decided to take a dump and not play the music. I don't know what's going on. I didn't have time to troubleshoot it because it died on me. Anyway, so tonight our guest is Erik Newquist from Aesir Meadery in Everett, Washington, which is not far from where I'm at, so I'm going to be going to see him while I'm out here. And AJ, your keyboard is going all kinds of noise. And so Erik...
The thing wasn't me. I don't know who did that.
Oh, okay. I don't know where the keyboarding is coming from. It might
have been. I didn't think it was that loud.
Yeah, for whatever reason, we're hearing it. So anyway, Erik is Aesir Meadery in Everett, Washington, and they're a small batch meadery. They do sustainable mead making, do a lot of local sourcing of their ingredients. So it's going to be really interesting to talk to him, and we're going to be picking his brains about making sustainable mead and the types of things that they're doing, so that we can learn a little bit more about that.
Sounds like fun. So what are you drinking tonight?
Me, unfortunately, I'm drinking water because I have not yet gotten to a store to get some mead. So, and my daughter does not really have any. Yeah, and I didn't bring any with me because I was like packed full of clothes and everything with the 2 suitcases. And as it was, got the stern look from the guy at the airport to say, "Yeah, no, girl, you need to lighten that suitcase up a bit." So yeah, I need to go get some stash. Another reason to go visit. A local meadery, and there are quite a few of them here, so...
You should be spoiled for choice.
Yeah, there's like 15 meaderies or so here, so, it's... what about you? What are you drinking?
I've got that same bottle of Joe's Ancient Orange that I started a couple of weeks ago that's getting nicer and nicer every time I get into it. I think maybe a little bit of variation helps with this stuff. But I took a sip of it today and thought, Christmas.
Oh.
And then kicked myself because it's only after Halloween.
Yeah, not allowed to think about Christmas until after.
No Christmas until after Remembrance Day. Damn it.
Okay, so when's Remembrance Day in Canada?
11th is Remembrance Day.
Oh, okay. So I'm in the no Christmas until after U.S. Thanksgiving, which is last Thursday in November.
Right,
yeah.
And then you have your Black Friday thing.
Yeah, well, other people have the Black Friday thing. I personally don't leave the house on Black Friday, but that's just me.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah. No, I'm not going to join the general frenzy of consumerism. This is not my thing. I do get some of my Christmas shopping online done, because there are deals, but they call it not Black Monday, but... There's another. The Monday after Thanksgiving is generally considered a big sale day online. So I go hitting Christmas lists then.
Yeah, that sounds a little more sensible than actually going out into a store with all the crazy people.
No, I don't do stores and crazy people. Not my thing. So let's get a little bit of the housekeeping stuff out of the way. So you can listen live to us on the Got Mead website at gotmead.com, and also on our Facebook page at facebook.com/gotmead, where we have a player which will play us when we're live and let you listen to recorded shows when we're not. And you should be able to get not just the most recent recorded show, but any of the recorded shows. If you are wanting to take us with you and listen to the recordings, you can catch us on iTunes, SoundCloud, TuneIn, or Stitcher, and just search Got Me Live, and that will pull things up, and you can find us on the show. Sorry, people are texting me right now, and it's like, what? So there's the show player is also on the Facebook page, as I noted, and replays are always going to be available on Got Mead, Spreaker, SoundCloud, iTunes, and Stitcher. So we are everywhere. Keeping with the whole Halloween thing. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/GotMead and the Got Mead group, as well as the Got Mead patron group. Just search Got Mead or Got Mead patrons. It'll pop right up. Find us on Twitter at Got Mead Now. So if you want to talk to us and you can't call us, give us a tweet. And making mead back to basics, if you put your mouse on the Got Mead Live radio show on gotmead.com, the drop down will show you a link to Back to Basics where you can send us questions. And as always, if you want to give us a call us at 803-443-MEAD. That's 803-443-6323. And apologies, we are having just a little bit of difficulty with that while I'm here in Washington because I'm working on a mini computer, and for whatever reason, it's not letting me just merge calls the way I was doing on my desktop or on my full-size laptop back home. So I'm not hanging up on you if you call in. It's just that I'm having problems. So I will call you back if I can't get you into the show and then bring you in that way. So apologies, it's just a little bit awkward. And again, all of this, we work for free because we just love this so much. And but all of it, yeah, that sounded convincing, didn't it? We do, really. I mean, we wouldn't be here every week if we weren't having fun. But all of the software, the monthly fees, the storage fees, everything costs money. So if you like what you're hearing, if you think that it's useful, then consider becoming a supporting patron member of Got Mead. You can go to gotmead.com/forum, and you'll see the link to become a patron member. It's just $30 a year. You get access to our patron forum boards, which have all of the award-winning recipes in them, which is really a good thing to have. And you'll be supporting Got Mead to continue doing mead-related activities so that we can keep bringing the world of mead to you. So all the people that signed up last week, thank you so much. That's really awesome, and I can't tell you how much I appreciate it. And, you know, again, if you think it's useful, $30 a year, that's all it costs. Thanks ever so. Now I've got a little bit of a promo for our upcoming guest. So Aesir Meadery says, all of our honey is from local apiaries within 1 to 2 hours of the meadery. A vast majority of our herbs, fruits, vegetables, and spices are from local farmers, and the remainder are from out of state, all of whom practice sustainable agriculture. We make a little bit of everything for every palate. Check us out at aesirmeadery.com. That's AESIR meadery.com, and go see what they're all about. So let's get Erik on the line and jump back to the other computer. It's like, oh my God, this is so confusing.
I believe I missed out on the introduction, so g'day everybody.
Ah, there he is.
What are you drinking, Hamish?
Yeah.
I'm having my fourth espresso latte in the last 45 minutes.
So you're
so you're going to be vibrating by the end of the show.
Yeah. So everybody, if Hamish goes hypersonic before we get to the end of the show, we'll know why. And I'm bringing in Erik.
I couldn't find the sugar, and I asked the wife if she could find it, and after some repeated asking, when she didn't come quite fast enough for me, she's like, "You don't need more coffee."
Hello, this is Erik.
Hey, Erik, welcome to Got Me Live.
Hey, Vicky, how you doing?
Pretty good. And it's fun to know that I'm only 20, 30 miles from you. We are totally going to get together while I'm out here.
Oh, you should. You guys, if we had planned it correctly, you could have done the show from here.
Yeah, well, I didn't even think about that. That you're right. I probably could have. But, yeah, no, that's... the scheduling is still a little up in the air, what with the kids and all, and getting used to working around their lifestyle since I'm living in their spare bedroom until the end of the year. So
I can totally appreciate that.
Yeah. But well, welcome. What's I've got your background stuff that you sent us, but other people might not know you as well as we now know you. So tell us a little bit about you and about Aesir.
A little bit about me. It's a long story.
That's okay. We got time.
The short version. The short version of it is I started in college when I was in '98. When I was in college, I should say. My roommate was a chemical engineer, and my degrees were microbiology and chemistry. And one night we decided we wanted to make booze. So we kind of did a little bit of digging and found an old family recipe for mead. And the next day we went down to the apiary on campus, and we're like, "Hey, we found this recipe to make alcohol from honey." And the beekeeper's eyes just kind of lit up, and he walked us outside and says, "Follow me, boys." Walks us out to the hives. He doesn't get any gear on or anything like that. He doesn't get any smokers. He just pulls frames out and just starts gently brushing bees off with his hands. And my roommate and I are sitting there taking steps backwards, going, "Dude, you're gonna get us all stung." And he has bees all over his hands, and he waves them, and he's like, "You guys are gonna be fine. Just relax." And then he just starts knocking just the whole combs into 5-gallon buckets and says, "Have fun. Let me know how it turns out." The only thing that wasn't in there was live bees, so there was wings and larvae and just all kinds of stuff. So it was basically a whole hive honey is the first batch that we did.
Oh my gosh!
It turned out really good. Yeah, it turned out phenomenal. And then after that, my roommate went off to work for Hanford, the nuclear plant up in Washington, and I went to work for Hewlett Packard as a tooling design engineer. Did that for a little while, and the business was kind of changing, and I decided to do something else, so I started an IT consultant company. Did that for a few years, and had some fun with it, and decided I was done with that. Changed careers again, went to work for a telecommunications company up here in the Seattle area. They did interline technical support for all the cell phone carriers in the world. I was the global manager of operations, so a lot of staffing, planning, forecasting, all that kind of stuff. Got tired of that. Ended up changing careers, went to work for a timeshare company as a salesman.
Eric?
From that, yes.
Oh, sorry, you cut out there for a second, dude.
Sorry. I've got a headset on my phone, so I'm hoping it does what it's supposed to do. Anyway, worked at a timeshare company, hated it, left that job, and was trying to figure out what to do next, and all along I'd been making mead. I had to buy new shelves and racks to fill in my kitchen because of all the different experiments and things that were going on. My wife was actually starting to get a little frustrated because there was just so much mead in the house. So when I was trying to figure out what job to do next, everyone's like, "Well, you should start trying to figure out how to sell your mead because that would be awesome. We'd like to get this more than just on our birthday." And I'm like, "Well, that sounds like an interesting idea." So I started looking into just the industry as a whole, and there wasn't a whole lot of information, but what I did find out is there was less than 100 meaderies that were licensed, legal, and up and running in the U.S., and it was really hard to get any of those. So I'm like, that seems like a really good place to be. It's a little bit niche, but, it's not a bad place to be, kind of, as things are going. And then, so I just kind of went down the path and took about 2 years to get through all the licensing and hurdles and space stuff, and fired up operations and selling in April of 2014, and been going hot and heavy ever since.
Nice. So where are you guys up to now? You've been, where are you up to in terms of volume now?
Right now, let's see, this year, let me see if I have that sheet in front of me.
Just happen to have that information right here.
I might. I see if I can find it, though, because I have some of my lab notebooks are at the shop, and some of them are here because I was working through tax stuff. So that's where I'm trying to see if that's the one that's here or if it's at the shop. Let's see. First year was about 147 gallons. Second year was almost 300 gallons. This year, probably maybe 800 or 900 gallons. Depends on how busy the next 2 months get. Right now, I've literally got half a case bottled in the shop. The last 2 weekends, completely cleared out everything I had bottled.
Oh, wow.
Between events and just walk-ups. So this week's going to be really busy.
Yeah, it sounds like it. So, you got you've got just that little bit left right now, but I mean, when are you guys going to be stocking back up? For all the people who are listening to this, you're going to mob you like day after tomorrow.
I've got a lot of stuff that just needs to get bottled right now. I tend to do things in